Let's talk about all my thoughts about The Way of Kings while I get ready this morning. So I finished The Way of Kings audiobook just a couple of days ago. It was so good. Something I struggled with for about 80% of the book is that I had no idea how the story was supposed to come together. Like, how were we going to unite these storylines? Like, why are we following all of them? He is kind of a master of letting the plot for 80%. And you're kind of like, where are we going with this? And then he just slams you. I think right now my favorite storyline is Shallan's. I just think she's kind of great. I love Yasna. The revelation at the end of the Shallan arc. Hello? Kaladin feels like the main character in this book. I'm like really excited to see where that goes, where his story goes now. I think Dalinar is great. You know what I really want for Dalinar? I want Dalinar to let go and let Navani. I love her. So The Way of Kings was a serious slow burn for me. I had to let Brandon cook. I had to let that man do what he do. And it was worth it because the way he played me for half of it. Also, can we talk about Zeth? That was the big reveal of the whole thing for me. The end of the Zeth storyline? Did not see that coming. I'm curious to see where the Zeth storyline goes. I loved the interludes in this. I thought it was so interesting to see these little snippets of life in the kingdom. Obviously, they relate to the main stuff going on, but totally separate from the characters we've been following. One thing about Brandon Sanderson, that man knows how to build a world, because I feel like Roshar feels like a place. I feel like the world is well fleshed out. I get it. Also, I'm obsessed with the Spren. I have a theory. So how are we going to get there? How does Zeth play into everything? Will Yasna ever stop being a cold bitch? Like, what are we going to do? Specifically with Kaladin. How are we moving into this next phase? What's going to happen? What does Syl actually have to do with it all? I have theories about Shallan and Yasna. Maybe I have more theories about Kaladin. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was intimidated by this series for so long because it's absolutely massive. Every book is over 1,000 pages. I was afraid of the commitment of that. But the story is so good. Now, my hot take is no book ever actually needs to be 1,000 pages. I like a little more forward momentum, and I do feel like there were points in this book where things were stagnant. Obviously, it was stagnant on purpose, but I couldn't see the reason at the time. I think now that I've started, it's becoming easier to rationalize reading a 1,000-page book, endeavoring to complete probably close to 6,000 pages of epic fantasy. There's no way I could talk while doing lashes. I do think the audiobook was quite approachable for me, despite the fact that it was 45 hours long, but I powered through the end. I needed to finish it. I was so invested, not only because I had committed so many hours to it, but because it was like, oh, I'm finally seeing the payoff. I had to really be patient and give it time, and it was worth it. Absolutely incredible. The world building, the storytelling is really, really incredible, but I think the character work doesn't hit quite the same, and those were my very disjointed feelings about The Way of Kings. See you next time.